Peace and love. Welcome in. It's been a minute since I put another video out there. Um, it's been, I've got to feel both things right now, the good and, the challenging. I'm sure it has to do with, retrograde and things shifting in some sense. But, yeah. I wanted to speak on, right now, this time. So many things are happening. And it's like, how do we continue, moving forward on top of other things happening, outside of ourselves, right? Today, I just found out about that massive shooting in Texas. That was horrifying as a mother, to think of every single one of those children having to go through that, as well as the other two adults that was mentioned. It's very sad how some minds can tolerate and act like that. So definitely sending love to the families that are mourning their loved one, and definitely wishing every single one of those beautiful souls a peaceful transition, sending them love through their journey towards that side of things. And that we seem to face every so often. So, yeah, definitely a second there just to really wish them well. Everyone involved, uninvolved in these children's lives, as well as those adults. Lots of healing and love. And definitely, time, healing. How do we find time to heal, right? And it just dawned on me, why not express how I'm feeling at this moment with that occurring on top of what I have to deal with. It kind of was just like, whoa. But I don't let these things get to me. I got to be a little tighter at the ends of how I operate, how I'm dealing with things. So I'm aware, like I said, it's just being a mother, every time I see a child, even my own child, I just feel like they're my child. Like if I see someone else's child that may need attention, if mommy or daddy is not looking, hey, I'm there, count me in, and I'm sure that's like the most I would hope, something that, we can do daily, just to kind of support each other at this time, look out for each other, in some sense with, I don't know, California's robbing and things like that. It's just like, it's overwhelming for me. I'm in Georgia now, and I was just born and, raised in California, the Bay Area, and these occurrences of robbery, constant robbery or some type of, it's just some act like this ain't us. That ain't us out there in the Bay Area. Can't be. Are we that heartless? I grew up, I would say somewhat well off. My parents did the best they could, as far as the foundation, that common reminder of you got to have a good job, because if you don't have a good job, you're not going to have a nice home. You're not going to be able to afford anything. How you going to do it, and to me, I feel like I've heard that everywhere, bumping into, like going to a family member's house and walking into a conversation. Like, I've heard this before. I respect it. But now things have upgraded, meaning there's more we have to deal with. It's not just that. So this is all new. We all need to wake up to the fact that we're looking at more than just our own day to day. So, I know I just wanted to share this time, this moment, what I'm feeling at this moment, how I'm receiving these messages, through myself, very confident at that. It's not in my mind, I feel it through my body. So I know it's a place of understanding. I just, felt like it should be so natural and how we should speak to ourselves, to others. That's something I am doing. And now it's like I can identify either part, either it be a good conversation or not a good conversation to whoever I'm speaking to, and I would hope most of the time that I have interactions like that my energy that I'm exchanging be positive, because I feel internally better. Like, there's not one part of me that can just say, no, it's full fledged. It's good. The energy's good. It's that it feels really light in your heart. A feeling that I know that I haven't held on to throughout my life. I'm 40 years old. I'm trying to, maintain that sensation through my body, because it feels like fuel. It feels like fuel. Energizing me, filling me into something great. But it's not a heavy energy. And so I speak on that because it's that, and then there's that energy of just like, I'm not happy about what I said. I don't care who caused whatever conversation to be that low of a vibration of an energy, to have that with someone. It makes you it makes you feel sick. It makes you feel really dirty inside. For me. And how other people don't have that for themselves, that can bear that dirtiness within, that essence of like, shit, you sometimes can cross people and you can instantly feel their energy. Like, if it's good or bad. But you have to come into consciousness of that understanding, like, I have a choice here. So a lot of things that I've been through that had these type of energies, I now know how to deal with it. Can I stop it? No. That will never, it's forever. Energy is just gonna, but you can protect yourself and be conscious of it. Be mindful. Having to respect the fact that even exists. How about that? being mindful of and observe other energies. Like, okay, well, mentally, I'm just going to say I exactly identify that negative energy from another person. Now I'm going to shield myself, and I'm speaking by just being in place. Because mind is all you can feel, you know, energies, and you. The best thing is, how do you approach that? So being smart, identifying it, and being mindful of it. Like, yeah, okay, it exists. So I keep it moving. I'm not going to interact or engage, because that's that engagement with the negative energy, that can withstand that lower vibration internally. I don't think there's any way to get through to that person, because that person has been set. Now that person needs to really work within to find ways to become lighter and feeling in what we're trying to maintain when it comes to, when it comes to really maintaining that compassion, the understanding. So I've kind of been back and forth in that whole energy, and what I've spoken about. I had to go deeper and deeper, even, like not reacting, but having the feeling of reacting. To me, that's like, even if I didn't act on anything, and the fact that I thought on acting on something that could have not benefited me, could endanger myself in like where I've moved myself out of, in my life. It's maintaining this balance, really. Just like, I don't know, I feel like I vision something like having to balance yourself on some type of like contractment or something. Like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like acrobats, or I'm assuming that's what you call them, but balancing yourself on a pole. And it's like, if you're not balanced, it's like, I mean, it can go either way. You can fall. And just having to balance yourself, I can imagine myself getting on one of those things, and surely I couldn't do it. I'm mentally just like at this moment looking at that right now. No, I couldn't balance myself. But that's physically. I'm speaking mentally. So I don't know. I just, that's kind of what I've been feeling. So when I get to that point of where, my thought wanted to act on something that wasn't in my best interest, that still was too much for me, even though I never acted on it. Hopefully that makes sense to whoever's listening. And sometimes in that sense, it's like, just surrender. I mean, there's no bigger person here. That's how I look at it. That's how I gotta look at it. Because it really is true. It's like being unbalanced. I don't see any good in that. So I having to figure that out, was well worth it. And hopefully I expressed myself as good as the best I could, and I I came on here just like, okay, you know what? Let me just go ahead and speak and see what comes out. Let me express what I'm feeling right now, because it's good. And definitely not happy about what has came up with that mass shooting. I'm not happy about that, but definitely will be meditating and sending my love to those that lost their lives today. as well as those that are without their loved ones tonight. It's unfortunate that there are people like that in the world that can really stir some things up for each and every one of us listening in. And my best advice is, find a way to really, instead of always looking at, the ones that have caused the problem, but just really just like, what can we do, for the children that we come across? What can we do as neighbors, as family members? Have a niece out there that check in on, and definitely, just, I don't know, catch up. I don't know, just being more, interacting more. That's something I'm looking forward to doing. So, sorry about that. That's my little tiny, but yeah. So, yeah, reach out. I don't know. A child, just maybe they've overheard this incident that happened today, and maybe they need to, hear some healing words. So, I wish everyone a wonderful Wednesday, and I look forward to doing another one of these very soon. So take care.